Shopfire Rebellion on the attack, starting things off. Already contact play against Eva, who's forced to fall back.
Yeah, and that's some good damage coming out for Floor, immediately making Ava and the side of BBL react. But what a fall line, what a reaction coming out for Ava.
That's the combination. You want a fluorescent, it's back to fight. Somehow gets 3 before she gets dropped. Alexis now a chance to win this because Eva's low in HP. Both players with Vanya stuck towards the graffiti. And Alexis is still inching across, hiding towards the hell. Both players now falling back now towards sewers. Alexis now has an opportunity to just stay within the site or use the map into her favor.
That timing is ridiculous right now. BBL want to double back and go back towards this long. Alexis, I mean, she doesn't know it, but certainly has a lot of wiggle room, a lot of room to play with here. Bird back online.
That's good. That's information right there. So the plant for the spawn to swing out from the first, unfortunately could not connect onto Eva. Great job by BBL to play the bait and switch, allowing the lower HP to swing out first. And BBL,
like, why would we allow?
Yeah, and
it's
you
not
know,
as bad in
kind of
game changers where like there's less competition to like buy players
kind
and
of
stuff.
popped some shots, and Ava really looked shook and fell back there, but they had a breach.
Maybe
they
we
had
need
a fault
NBA
line. They had a
rules.
plan all along, and they wanted Shopify to come up that short A. Beautiful
To be
reaction,
fair,
and
in
these are the kind of
VCT,
trap plays that
kinda
we can
criminal
expect to
that
see on this defense side.
people weren't picking up
moving
the
forward
players.
here. The Viper, it makes
Like,
it
Derek
difficult. You
was-
have to keep
Alpha
looking for
year
fights,
was-
just
yeah.
like BBL did here.
Alpha was denied trials.
Turns out
by
well,
people.
Shopify now
Sick.
This is gonna be fun.
looking for some sort of a hit towards the C site, a 4-1 split, probably a turret to look for a push down towards middle, and that's where BBL is inching most of their bodies here. 4 players stacked within this B site.
Floor got so many free kills on that pistol, decides to get half armor, even collect
I
the
didn't even
orb
see how
for herself.
BBL
Marshall in
got
hand.
the fault line in. Like the
4
fault line came in
defenders
from somewhere.
from
Right.
BBL
Like it came
trying
in
to
like
deny this
on
front
an
B
angle.
plant.
Was it from here maybe?
Be interesting to see which angle Floor decides to take. Usually with a Marshall like this, you only have 2 choices, long A, long C, or front B. Seems like she's trying to keep the A defenders honest. What an interesting alarm bot.
Alarm bot forces out a flash from the defenders and a swing out, so SR knows that there's a stack there. There's still a minute left though. Everybody's holding back towards the spawn.
Yeah, that trap play should be good information that you should be telling each other
Salary
about
cap
for
wouldn't do it,
Shopify.
though, 'cause
Little quirky things like that are certainly
Fnatic
things that
don't
you want to keep
understand.
track
It's
of
not
on
like-
this map.
It's not like in Europe it's different than America. Like
Noya's being so
you can't really
patient.
do NBA like
Still
that,
here's
like
that
max
KJ
cap, salary
turret
cap,
up.
because NA
Just
would
trying
just
to buy
get
a little bit of
it would
time.
be
If she's able to
it would
find a
only
pick,
apply
that
to
would be
NA
huge,
really.
but
I
really
think.
right now, she just
30
needs her team to
seconds left.
regroup towards A.
We talked about
In
the
Europe
launching
it doesn't
control.
really matter as much.
Once again, leveraging Fluorescent with the Marshall looking back towards Hell. Now with 20 seconds left, Shopify have to commit within the A site. And just thankfully with that timing, Philippe already reached in towards the A site. But the pick comes open on both B and also the A site.
What's going on?
Shopify, how did he do this?
Why is
Seconds left.
Banya's all alone.
Why
She's
Noya
trying
just killed
to
2
try to help her
people? Like, we
teammates,
don't
but her
even get
whole
to
team
see.
has just been
She's just-
wiped out.
she
Noya
stands here and there's
has
just
got to
2
get a
dead
replay to see
bodies.
what kind of timing she got, but she gets away with
This ain't-
2 free sheriff kills.
I-
If you're BBL, this is definitely not what you wanted, especially after how first map went. And after such a beautiful, dominant pistol round as well. Maybe Banya's able to get some kills, do some damage
Yeah, you guys need to
control,
start talking about
make some
employment.
money, but she's getting so
I'm unemployed.
Becomes to be a round win here for Shopify Rebellion. Not really a Mastercard thrifty because of what you invested for that Marshall, but yeah, I agree with you, Potter. We have to see that replay. What happened towards that B side for
employed by
Noya
Coach
to allow her
Potatoes.
to
That's
get
a
those
good
2 picks on the
reference.
chair?
And not only that, the
That's a good
fact that you
reference.
mentioned
I haven't
they're
seen many
leveraging
Coach
Floor
Potato
at that long game. You saw that
references
pause
in
for
the
about
chat.
3 or 4 seconds. That's
I want
100%
that
Mel
bot working
mid-rounding, letting their
overtime.
teammates know, hey, let's be a little bit more patient. And right at that instance, Floor delivers. What an
Who was the
eco
best player we
coming
never
through
played
here for
sometimes?
Shopify.
And sometimes you want that
Yay,
luck. Noya was
yay.
about to get hit by that paranoia, decided to swing out
never played
and
Yay.
allowing that 1v1 to happen right in the front of Wen's
in
trying
Chamber
to
Meta, we
capitalize
never
off
played
the
Yay.
assist of Vanya's paranoia. Now we're just juggling some weapons around. The bonus run is quite good. They're working with a Vandal, Bladestorm, pushing towards the C side, holding towards the spawn now.
Mostly because
BBL's
we went
pushing
out
up
of
towards
tournaments too early, to be honest.
A lot of aggression here. So many attackers all grouped here outside of A, though. Alkia, they've got to have a response for this dog. I like this move for Shopify. They are reading this game so well right now. Just leaving Alexis inserted, probably going to throw some late utility towards this A main as her team just rendezvous towards the C.
Wait, the part
The
just
dog
win.
already saw 3 players. Noya, it's an easy
Part just win
1v1 there.
esports.
That opens up the site. The breach is still far behind. They're trying to look for that trap play with a fault line. Now
It's very
closing in
good.
onto Alexis down towards the lower window. The crossbar is still there. The bait and switch. Noya needing that last kill to get a lockdown available within the next round for Shopify. And Felipa's was walking right down into that. But she's just looking for that weapon to pick up here, if she can.
Decisive moves coming out here for Shopify. And I think we're already kind of seeing the tone and kind of seeing the approach for Shopify. They're absolutely capitalizing off the information warfare or lack thereof, especially if you're BBL, right? If you
Yeah,
think
Noya
about
attack like
Viper, you
alpha,
think
yeah.
about
That's
those
what I was gonna
walls.
say. Like when she just
You're
front B and
really
just kill 2
cutting off
people, that's like
so
an
many
alpha.
deep lines. So Shopify, they're so grouped. They know that BBL are guessing. They know that eventually BBL are going to come out sniffing one way.
No, I'm not on no
Windows, as
delay.
can see
You can't
here,
change
Noya's
delay unless you
done
restart.
a great job. President of Denmark. Putting up those numbers, having the ult we just mentioned on the previous round. And this is going to be very important now to counter what we currently have for BBL. They were on an eco. They have an opportunity to go for a full gun round. And for Shopify, they could invest.
If
I mean,
Potter
it wasn't
won
for
Coach the Year
that lockdown
in a
available
game,
now, even Alexis, she wants to go for a Bulldog
in
instead.
Valorant,
When she still has, or Mel.
like how
Which
did
is
I
not
not
so
get,
much
how
money
did
to
I not
work
get
with.
nominated?
Yeah, and really,
Like-
the options are endless for Shopify.
Like
as
I
they
feel
kinda
like
play
her
out this
achievements
round.
versus
Noya
mine, fine. You
already with
give
that
Potter the
Killjoy
awards, fine.
ultimate online in
Why
round
did you
4.
get nominated? Like that's
Oh,
crazy.
it looks like they want to get that
What a
garage
fr-
control.
what
They
a-
want
what-
to pop this ult in garage, it seems.
What? Wow. That's
Be the
crazy.
contact on the turret first.
What is the
So
president
clearing out
of?
all that information instantly. We
She's
break
actually the
that
Danish
turret.
president.
Noya goes in the corner, and there's that lockdown. Clear out the whole area.
I'm
Yeah,
mid,
Vanya
bro,
still
because
has
I'm
paranoia,
ginger.
though. And you can
Because
see
I
that
suck.
Wenz and Vanya, they're not willing to just give
You
it up. They're
don't do
pushing
shit.
down long C. The timing for Sarah is beautiful. She goes 1 for 1.
Yeah, it's
Just
got
like
me.
a scent, positioning themselves
I got
where they can
carried by
take advantage
Boaster.
of the radius of
I had
that
a cheat
lockdown to
team.
get some picks. Vanya now
It's
being
all coming out
backstabbed
now.
by Noya and gets dropped as well. C site now open, plant coming down, and you can pretty much play the long range game now for
Bro,
Shopify.
Yeah,
if you
and
if
that's
you
exactly what
told
they're
like
gonna do.
to
Play
to
their
win
strengths, go back
to win a
and set up
nomination
and
for that award,
reinforce this post plant. You even saw that Ava had
you
to
had
waste
to
her
win
drone
every
all
game
the way
of the
back
year
in spawn.
pretty much.
That
Like,
lack of
you lost
information
3
we're talking
games.
about is putting so
lost 3
much
games.
pressure on the BBL side. Noya on an incredible flank here.
They're not done. They're just going to keep flanking and flanking, so Noya's walking up once again.
They
Patience
nominated a
on
coach
information
who
on the
never
3 players.
who
There's
had
the first
coaches.
one, second towards the
Wow.
long, fully flash, but at least the teammates there. Mel moves up towards the long C, and all 3 players
I
on
kind
the
of zoned
attempt of
that.
the retake. It's
SR,
fully denied.
just SR.
The moves coming through. If it's not Noya on the flank, it's Mel on the flank. If
Yeah.
it's not Mel, it's going to be Sarah, right? It's the power of the double controllers coming through here for the side, for the NA side. I mean, this is definitely not a comp that's easy to deal with, especially if it's not a comp that you scrim very often.
That's true. And with the numbers that Noya is currently putting up and all these flanks that she's currently doing against BBL, you know what that means? They're going to be paranoid about that. 100's Fury out though, off the rim as the barriers come up. But it does not connect. It's an attempt to push towards the window, but Sarah once again greeting Alkia. They're trying to go for the
It's an
Fnatic play,
eco round.
but instantly becomes a huge advantage for Shopify.
I don't
Definitely
hate
griefing
the idea,
Alkia
but
there.
I don't like
Unfortunate for her.
I don't like
Felipa
these
still
looks like
has
that.
2 flashes though. And we've been seeing those trap
Was
plays
that a
from
gun
the
as
pistol
well?
round to that
Did-
anti-eco. Sure, they
they had a
lost it,
gun? They
but
used
some
the gun
good
and-
ideas, some funky alarm bots. So maybe
They
a
throw away
weird
the
trap
gun
play coming
basically.
into
Like
this
the
one.
thing
You
you
can
want
see
to do with a
they're
gun usually
reaggressing
if you're
down
like an
mid.
eco is like
That
at least
dog
give
gave
it
a lot
like
of
be able to
information.
trade off of
They
it
heard
and
their
like give it
footsteps
to
too
another
as
gun.
well. So both of them inching up
I mean it
towards
is
the window.
it is an SMG. I
This
guess
is going to
so
be
it's fine.
Evan Felipa.
I
Met
thought
up
it was
as
a
well
fan
from
also.
Vanya, pushing all the way down towards C. So they
Still.
definitely know the hit's going to come towards the A site. But the patience is still too great. Noya's the one watching that flank, catches one off guard, uses the weapon as a bait.
Oh, and that fault line doesn't catch her. She does get taken out anyway. With the breach on the flank quickly and Vanya in tow, Shopify's got to hit some great shots here.
Pushing towards the spawn. Wentz moving in. That's a
Wow.
1-for-1. Evening up the tally. Spike is still
What
down
did
towards the back of the
Vance did he say?
Now playing
What
out
was
in
the
the
dad
open for the
joke? I
graffiti,
missed
and now it's just going to be easy for the last two players.
I like a dad
duel
joke.
and Alexis win their own duels.
I
They
feel
take
like
the
if a
lead now by
dad
3.
joke presents
The
itself, you need to
dynamic
take
duo
it. It doesn't
indeed,
matter
and
who
it's
you
as
are.
simple
You should
as that,
take it.
right? You just saw those comms coming through. Mel had contact. As soon as she gets it, you're swinging from that spawn. Beautiful fundamentals once again. Love to see that coming out here for the Shopify side. And the first time we're seeing that sniper rifle in Alkia's hands. Things
What
have
idiot,
not
man.
gone well, especially
What
after
idiot.
that anti-eco loss. So finally a little bit of money on the board. Gonna be able to actually use those long lines on the back of Alkia. Hopefully we see that proactive trap play once again. Maybe Alkia on her lonesome, they can do some sort
What
of
are they
4-1
talking about
play
here? I don't know
and
what's
use
going
that
on.
breach on the other side of the map, or
1,000 days of
some
chemistry?
sort of pistol trap again, bait
Is
them
that
into
what they're
coming into
saying?
that A side and just have
What are
Alkia
they
ready
saying?
with that operator.
Yeah, and it seems like it's almost the same storyline from what we've witnessed so far from Ascent to now, that I still like that BBL. They have a synergy. They have some sort of
someone
game
tell me
plan that
what
they
they
want
were
to come
saying?
up with. When it
I'm
comes
not young
down
enough to get whatever
okay,
they
we'll
were
start
talking
with
about.
the first layer, but as soon as they reach the maximum of that layer, everybody from Shopify is just always waiting for them on the
Yes.
outside of it, and they punish them every single time.
Yeah, they're reading the game so well
Yeah.
right now. You know, you can just see
Oh.
that the communications
Matt
are
and
top
Alexis.
tier. And
That's
that's
good.
exactly what
That's
you need to
good.
be able to react and
That's
respond
good.
in the manner that Shopify
That's
are
funny.
doing right now. Each player on the same page. And for
I played
BBL,
with
it's
a
the
guy,
slimmest
like
of
when
margins,
CS,
you know?
I
If we
played with
think
someone
about,
for like 3 years.
again, that anti-eco,
And
I
like
gotta keep
there was
going
like a
back to
meme
it,
that
but
me and him would
had that
talk in
not happened, this
clutches, like because
scoreline would
we
look
played with each other
differently.
for so long.
Certainly. So for BBL,
Like we just never
hope is
talked to
not
each other
lost
when we
yet. We're coming
clutched, and
into round 6.
we were pretty good at
Ultimate's coming
clutching,
online in the nick of time.
despite like not talking
Alkia,
to
we'll
each
see
other
what
at
she's
all
able to
during
do
them.
down towards this long
Because we kind of
siege.
just knew,
Yeah,
like we
off
kind of
the
just
timeout from
played
BBL.
with each other.
Name
It
of the
was
game, add into pressure towards this HO, try to flush SR back to the off if they can. But Shopify works out for a bit. The denial is good, but there's still a lurk happening from Sarah down towards sewers.
Yeah, look what Shopify
Both
did. They
Dirk
brought
must be
all
close
those
to
bodies, shot
1,000
all their
days.
rifles to make it sound like there's a bunch of bodies there. And again, that Viper wall is up, keeping them guessing. And most attackers are
They
now
got
grouped towards
5
B. So much
about 4 more
misdirection
months,
here.
I think.
Well up, beautiful flash. Not capitalizing
I think
yet,
they're
though.
on about
Sarah's still in the corner.
880.
Execution potentially on both, but unfortunately couldn't connect that shot
They'll
onto
be,
Eva.
yeah, they're
So
like
it's a
nearly
1-for-1,
900,
but
I
still
think.
Shop Rebellion. They use the dot to capitalize on a hit towards the B side, puts the plant down.
Me and Boaster have
and we
well over
TP out,
1,000 days.
And it's time to play the pulse plant. It's going to be difficult though, because they don't have the smoker in Vanya.
Yeah, Noya's got a full setup. Garage is controlled, Long C is controlled, and double mollies on her back as well.
Fluorescent with a dash, activated, getting shot through the wall, still connects the shot, floating in the air, and now avoids that nano swarm. Rolling thunder now being thrown. Now she's hit by it. Wentz capitalizes on that opportunity. A 3 versus 2 advantage, but Alexis and Noya coming back from the rolling thunder. Gonna make it even more difficult for Alkia to try to get the defuse. And looks like BBL that will opt to save the operator instead. And Shop for Rebellion, that could have been devastating off that rolling thunder.
So devastating. I mean, it's the 1-2 punch coming out for Shopify, right? I mean, it could have been devastating, but Shopify always have an answer, even in that crossfire there as Alexis gets contact. Noya right up to the plate. Shopify, they have each other's back, so all these protocols are looking so good. And even then, Sarah, she absolutely deserved that second kill.
That's what left on your side too, to give some sort of hope for BBL, because once again has been very dominant.
Thumbs up. A simple thumbs up. I love that.
Bro, I wish
love
I could
that.
react like that.
Everything goes according to plan. Coach Effie's there.
I probably still be
Right
molded.
back within the action. Round number 7. Aggression coming out from Shop for Rebellion. The same type of conditioning, but this time committed just behind the smoke.
Yeah, and that's what just makes Viper so dangerous, right? Just, you never know. You just don't know how many players are behind.
But you a fool.
Seems like they want to push the players back, trying to take advantage of an orb for Alexis to pick up. Unless they'll just want to flash right away and go through.
Viper.
Instead opting for a pit, Noya gets a pick on the lurk.
This has become like a
What a
popular
shot.
Drop
thing.
in Wentz. This, of course, is a lure
saw
bar that
this
we
from
have,
V1,
trying to
I
take
think,
advantage of the
before.
operator.
I don't
does manage to get the pick off onto Alexis.
Love it.
Rotating backwards though, head-to-head towards the back of the main choke point. Vanya is now low on HP.
I don't mind it.
Clock is still dwindling down on this spike, and there's really nothing that BBL could really do right now. We finally found safe passage and good positioning for Shopfire Rebellion. Snake butt onto the ground, right onto the spike. Eva moves in for the wall, the pin comes down though, and somehow we're fighting back. Only one left.
So, I watched them do this ult before against the Killjoy ult, and I really liked it because it meant that you could still like play around the Killjoy ult.
Sometimes
Like you can
all you
ult
need
and
is a
still
little
like
bit of luck to
survive the
turn
Killjoy
things
ult
around, and that's
and then
exactly
play
what
with the
BBL
spike
got
stuff.
in this round. Sarah, that should have never happened. You saw her
Love
fumbling,
it as
pulling
like
the molly out, pulling the shorty out,
an
then
idea
getting
where
the
like
Phantom out.
they're
Just
kind of like
unlucky
trying to get the
circumstances, but for
spike down
BBL, they
without
were so
taking
decisive
space.
in that moment, in that retake.
They
Completely
don't take
catching Sarah
space
off guard.
on short.
And this was
or
not a round that BBL should have had any chance in whatsoever.
Bro, I hate most players play with the rotating
Yeah,
the
that
rotating
nice
map,
idea
and it's
to
so
plant there
annoying.
for a long
I
play.
don't use the
It's a
rotating
long
map.
distance,
So
but you don't
annoying.
have vision of what's behind it. Giving
They're
so
not
much
actually
room for
taking space
BBL
back
to try to
side
go
or
for
short at
those
all.
sprays, which caught a
They're
bit
just
and
praying
about
to get the spike
sprays.
down almost.
Got a little bit of attack there onto Noya,
Which is
who once again,
not
in round number 8,
the best
has the second
way.
lockdown.
Yeah, a little bit of
to
splash
get ults
damage. I
off.
like this move coming out for BBL. You can see that,
Especially
again,
on
they're
A side,
looking for
A.
fights, putting the aggression on towards that A main. A lot of
if
sound
you
cues.
do
They
get it
know
back,
that this
it's
B
good.
hit is
If
coming,
you get the
but
spike, it's good.
oh, they've got to fall back, bands. They didn't even take care of
Thank
any
you,
of the
Erickson.
util. This is going to
Slug
be a
Clubber for
simple
9
post
months,
plant
6
for
months in a row.
Shopify.
Yeah. Mel committed into that one.
Slug Club for
TBL.
right. Club and right.
There is ult to ult from both lockdowns on both ends.
Okay.
Of course, the one for
Ult for
Shopfire
ult.
Rebellion is going to take a little bit longer. Wen still manages to get the
Floor,
pick
kinda
though onto
making a
Fluorescent, allowing now the defenders to slowly come back within the site, just staying outside of the radius of that
Wen's
lockdown inside B main. Yes, one is
too high.
detained, but it doesn't matter for those that are still alive within this B site for BBL. Flash coming through towards the smoke. One way is being thrown right now, and it's still the duels coming through. Nice little spray coming out from Noya as well. The spike still hasn't been defused. And now there's no time left. Alkill, you can already see, pulling back towards A, having to save her operator, and Wen's doing the same with her
That's
Fizzle.
yeah.
So
that's
much
good.
exchanging
That's
of
again like a good
utility
pool.
there.
Like
So
to play
much.
B,
And
to
there
go to
was
B
a
on
moment,
a
there
round
was
where
a
you both
slight
got
moment when
Killjoy.
Wenz was thinking about it. She absolutely wanted to be the hero for BBL.
I like it.
Tried to push out that garage to take care of
I
that
like
Killjoy
it.
ultimate,
I like
but
the
it
cool.
was just too late. It was too far gone. And even gets detained as a punishment there to add salt to the wound, but decent response.
fixed
For
map
BBL,
objectively
they're doing
better.
the right things, fans. You know, we talked about the fact that they've
I
got to
think
look
you
for
could make an
fights. They are
argument
lacking
it is, but
information
like it's
right
not
now,
the
and
kind
that's
of thing that
exactly
I
what
would
Viper wants.
try
Both
to make
players
an
in Ava
argument
and
about,
Alkia
'cause
were walking and
trying to
pushing
argue
and
that
inching down
anything's
towards
objectively
that A main.
better is like
They've got to
usually
start
the
taking
wrong
care
way
of this
to go about
KJ
it.
utility. They've got to put some pressure onto Shopify.
Yeah, Noya has definitely been a thorn in their side so far on this map. Map picked by Shopfire Rebellion, and we definitely see why. They've been doing so well working around this
Many
map
compliment
for the
people
first
makes
8
it weird.
rounds. Now in round number 9, you see this dog
It makes
coming
me
out.
feel a bit
Noya's
weird
also
too,
once
to be
again
honest with
watching
you.
the plane towards the spawn. That's 4 players. That's contact.
No,
That's
I'm
the
not
low
bad
we
at
have as well.
complimenting, I
And
thought.
Wen's the one saving
Like, if
the
I
weapon
notice
is
someone's
gonna
wearing
be able to
something nice,
allow
or
another
like-
player to upgrade a weapon.
The raid boss is down, but
I
the
feel
whole
like I
squad
could
has
have
showed
it.
up. Shopify, they decide to leave
But
a
with Valorant,
free A
it's hard
site to
to
come
make
back and
you
avenge their teammate.
They don't want to leave Noya down.
That
Fault line
ball
coming out on
line.
defense. No! Alexis still lends that shot onto Wenz. That's one rifle down out in the open where we can't really pick it up there for Philippa. Both coming through the smoke. And Shopfire still pushing forward.
What a
Beautiful
weird
flash
round.
mode. They're just running and gunning across the smoke. And Neva's just stuck in the spawn with no information. And the C-side open. Alexis isolates a rotate from Alkia. The 1v1, the headshot there onto Eva. Shopify does not care. They're now playing team deathmatch.
Ice cold for
Get the
Alexis.
chat.
and
Who was it that said
what
that
a
5
bold
rounds
move.
max?
What a bold move, but I
'Cause
get it. Listen, your raid boss in Noya with 16 frags just went
I wonder
down. You
how
wanna go
much you would
avenge
have
her
made
death,
if
and
you
that's
actually did
exactly what Shopify do in that instance. And how many times have we seen a round like this where you're using
I've
the
never
only
seen it.
2 smokes you have to cover off both choke points of the spawn? So what a
I mean, it is an eco. Like, I'm not like
round we had ourselves
super
here,
impressed
Vans.
because of eco,
Definitely,
but still, the
Shopfire
shots are
Rebellion,
nice.
like I said, they're just trying to test out the new team deathmatch map that was about to be previewed
Hey,
at
why
the
not?
GCC, right? So they're ready for it right now. Everything works from A to Z. Plants, executions. There was one pulse plant that didn't work in their favor from that pit. And we're starting to run away right within the action. Unfortunately, players falling across it.
Oh, Vanya.
Somehow in the corner.
Vanya?
Well, I hope we
I
can
didn't even
replay
catch
that
the
one.
kills.
Vanya's doing Vanya things once again.
Can we go back?
You know,
down there so fast.
she always does this, fans. She always randomly, all of a sudden, becomes the leader that her squad needs, and now has an Omen ult to boot.
Can we get a replay?
So how
Like,
did
we
she
didn't
move
even
down there
catch
so
the full
fast?
round.
I don't know. I don't know. Vanya's just different.
Sometimes you just want to fight it back, right? And we've seen Vanya in those moments in previous matches on Sunset where she just want to, you know, pull her pants up and say, look, I got to do things on my own sometimes. Let me just carry the team, bring that morale back. They've done it.
Solo A?
And now Shopify Rebellion, though, they still want to move that
Let me
confidence. A
run
death
back.
ball of 4 players towards the A connector.
Yeah, and
Wenz
is just all alone. No ultimate in sight, and at this point, BBL can't afford to play retake. But she's gonna have to. She doesn't really have that much help.
Translated what Potter just said is, why are they playing solo A when they got no ults?
Oh boy.
He comes through. Nice shot there from Fluorescent onto Wenz.
That's why she's coach of the year,
The
by the
numbers
way.
are coming back in favor here at Shopify Rebellion. I mean, at least there's something I gotta
just
say
knows.
about this is that from map 1 to this one too, the trades have been perfect on
She's
both
able to
ends,
say it
but
without
it's
sounding
just
like a
always
dick like I
Shopify
do.
Rebellion having that extra push, the extra number to really take the advantage in these rounds.
Yeah, Sliggy's
Now,
Observant's
Alkia
kind of
has
a
to
bit
try to
off
clutch a
today.
1 versus 2.
I'm just joking. Observant, I've not noticed too much wrong
Sarah's
with
the one
Observant.
jump
It was just the
spawning.
one round. It's
After
the
that, they just wanna
replays
play
that kind of
together.
have been like
No utility available for the pulse plant though. So
a couple of
it's Sarah and
replays were a bit
Fluorescent
slow, but
just playing the buddy system,
Observant, I've not
watching the
noticed
back and
anything bad.
forth, trying to see where Alkia will be coming from. Is she flanking? Is she not? And all you got to do now is play the audio. Wait for that tap on the spike. And with this score line, it definitely looks like Alkia
Can you
wants
and
to commit
Mimi
to try
team
to
up with
save the round
Potter?
for the team.
Oh.
There's a nice
What does
first
this
shot
mean?
right there, so
Me?
it's a 1v1 that we're going to
Me
have.
and Sliggy?
The tap on the spike.
Or Mimi.
There's no time left, really. Fluorescent's just going to play with her. Peeks right out. Easy kill.
More
8-3 now for Shopify.
There was a chance, certainly a chance there. But yeah, Alkia, she had to clear every angle. The whole time, she only saw that one member in
Yeah,
Shorey,
I blame Prius.
regardless, did not know where that second player
I blame
was,
Prius.
making that
Anything
1
wrong with
versus
the
2 even more
Observant,
difficult.
even if it's replay, it's gotta be Prius's fault.
But what a round. I mean,
think it's
and
Prius's
you
fault.
said it, Vans. This is definitely a stark difference from
Thank
what we
you,
witnessed on map 1, which was just completely Shopify's game. This
Sprite
is
the
Shopify
legend.
working extremely hard.
I was just trying to figure
get
out
the
for a
rounds
second
on
if
the
that was
board.
something
And
I
this
wasn't
is
allowed to say.
Mel on Shopify calling
4 months.
extremely
4 months.
well
4
right
months
now.
in the Slug Club. 4 months of Slug Club parade for you.
Calling another hold
And
towards
many
the
more
spawn.
to come.
Fluorescent looks like she was dropping a weapon all the way back towards the spawn as well. That's an operator pick up a Vandal. And meeting up with the team. But look at that push from Alkia just under the
Mimi
window.
tried to convince
Now
me
triggered
that she
discipline.
gets people calling her Minnie in her stream, and I just
Not
don't
as pointy
believe
this
it.
time around. The upshot to break the crosshair placement and end the blade
I just
storm.
don't believe it.
Just to land right in the chest of Alkia. And for the jet diff, Wenz trying to answer back outside the window. Surprise attack
Desperation.
onto Alexis indeed. And it gets traded instantly by Sarah. Maybe another one. It's going to be a Lemming style. Vanya's the one that's pushing forward, but Fluorescent is still there.
Can I just go?
Daggers right
Am I allowed
in
to
the
leave?
right in the dome.
Can I just leave?
That's
Do you
Malik
guys actually want to
Vaineva.
watch this?
One with the Sheriff, one with the Vandal respectively. It's the last round of the half. You have to go for it here. Owl Drone to get
Thank you,
information.
Banner of the World.
Trying to get the
Thank you, Banner.
So close!
Oh, it's so close. Mel's just looking at the wall.
4
Sarah's
months
just
in the
looking
Slug
at
Club.
Purple
That's
Ball.
another
Stays
Slug
alive.
Club hooray.
Fluorescent
Getting
trying
some
to bait it
hoorays
out.
in the chat.
Shot dart.
Get your hoorays in the chat, guys.
And it's good enough there. I mean, the position was too good towards the back of the
it's just-
platform. And a 9-3. I don't think this time you're going to call it a 9-3 curse.
It's not looking good so far, at least. But like I said,
I'm not
this
even,
map,
like,
it is
paying
closer than
attention.
that scoreline indicates. We're going to be
I'm,
able
like,
to shift the pace.
lucid.
Now BBL are swapping sides, and they get to have a little bit of breather, at least, in this freeze time. And just remind themselves that, hey, we're still in this.
All right, well, Elise, Ginny, and our friends at the desk. Do we have any hopium left here for BBL?
Ginny and friends here. Okay, everyone throwing the word friend. You have friends now. You do.
Let's go.
I mean, you know, Vansilli is being a little silly and mentioning the 9-3 curse, and we said how coming into this, we hoped that BBL would start off strong, get that momentum going, get that confidence going, Kuka, but didn't feel like we really got to see that.
I mean, I have to say that I can understand why they're nervous.
That's how we
and
felt
things
watching
are
Fnatic in
definitely
Tokyo.
not going their way. We definitely
Yeah,
in
I'm
this
sorry,
later
guys.
rounds can see them.
I don't know why I'm
beyond
apologizing. I had
nervous.
nothing
It's
to do
just
with
that
it.
every single plan that Shopify thinks
Apparently, I had
of
nothing
works,
to do
and
with
every
it.
single reaction is so on time, and everybody's so
Nothing
on the
to me.
same page. And you see that you're, you know, on the verge of losing. At least we wouldn't be saying goodbye to them. But
Yeah.
definitely
I'm
with this
just
storyline,
kind of
it's not looking
stunned
good.
that
not
like
looking
I'm
good,
just
Yeah.
But you know what? It's looking good though.
Noya?
Oh, yeah.
Noya was an absolute menace.
It's like it's too
right
good
now.
that I'm
Starting
not
from
paying
the eco round,
attention
so I was
anymore.
about to get
It's
into
like
that,
too good.
BBL
It's like
won
too...
the pistol round, and then Noya gets two
too
headshots
easy.
on B, randomly with a deagle, and then it just completely...
It's
It
like
was clean.
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
start, I was like
Just
actually really
crumbles,
loving like
like,
watching like the macro
It's just
stuff.
so tough,
like,
and
kind
even
of
here
being,
on
like,
this round was
excited.
great.
And now I'm
Great
just
macro
like,
play.
yeah,
We
but
get the
it's
KJ
not
ult
fair.
down. We know that there's a guy, a player down
fair.
long, and then she reflanks the long guy and cleans up the round with like a 4K. She's just been phenomenal.
We knew that this composition was going to be annoying in many senses, but you know, knowing that she can be anywhere in the map, having the impact that she's having, and I would say the same for all of the players. She was just perfect on those shots, on those transfers, as we were saying, and definitely on the scoreboard. But this definitely seems like
Do you have a
team
favorite
that is here
moment in
to win.
VCT where I directly
Yeah, not only that,
influence
but I
the
just feel
game,
like
impacts the
they
game?
are so aware, and the prep from Effie's has
Yes.
been great in this entire series
Yeah.
because they're just aware of all these aggro plays and everything going on from BBL.
This is their final shot to try and right their wrongs, pushing this to the final decider map. But this is also Shopify Rebellion's shot to rewrite history and go up against G2 goes in the semifinals. So, Potter, Vansili, what do we make
It's
of this?
quite rare I'd actually give a timeout where like I actually said we need to do
I make
exactly
it
this
that
strategy
I'm
where we do
hoping
this,
that
this,
the
this,
whole
and
game's
this, and
there. I
this.
mean, I
It
asked
was
you
more
all
like
the
when
desk
I was
and
taking timeouts,
I
it was
wanna
more
start
like
believing, but with Shopify Rebellion's display so far throughout this series, it might be looking like a
like
2-0,
we saw
but maybe
earlier in the
I just said
Ascent
a
game where they were
Casper person
turtling
in map three.
backside
I hope
B
so.
and playing
I
3A.
hope
I would
so.
say this
Let's
is what
see
they're
how
doing.
strong your curse actually
What
is,
do,
Vans,
Bosa, what do we
because
think we should
Noya is
do?
not
Like I think
slowing
we
down.
could do this,
She's,
and then we kind of have a discussion
fortified
about
her
it.
defenses.
And it
She's
was
got a
very
fight
rare I'd be
wall
like,
towards C
we need
and
to do exactly this
Sky
idea.
flashes to
Like we
help
kind of
and
have a talk about it.
Malkia, she's got to find her.
But I do
BBL's
remember there
looking
was a
right into it,
time,
paranoid,
there was a
being
few
thrown
times where I like
slow down the
directly
pace a
said
little
we
bit
should do
here,
absolutely do this
nullifying
idea.
The wall that Alexis gets the pick
That was
right
an
there
Ice
to
Box
start
game.
things off. Coming towards the back of the site, flicking towards the left, and
So many
BBL answering back. But Noya's still alive towards the back of the site. There's the contact on two players.
Okay,
Beautiful
nice.
swing coming from
Nice
both.
start.
Sarah then
Pistol.
last one
Any
at the
believers in the
logs.
chat?
Alkia gets the triple.
Any
And
believers
that's a
in the
pistol round
chat?
there for BBL.
That's a pistol round. And it kind of started off, hey, this second half is starting off
But
just
I
like
mean,
that
the-
first.
the-
If we
the-
can avoid any sort of shenanigans
The
in
easiest
these
example to pick out would be the
quasi-half, low-buy
lock-in comeback
scenarios,
at the halftime when
then maybe BBL can start
I could tell that the
making a
boys
case
just
for
weren't.
themselves of why
I know, it just sounds, I don't know, it kind of hard to explain because
everyone
it just
speaks
sounds
so highly
like
of this
not
squad
good
on the
coaching. It
EMEA
just sounds like a
side.
meme, but like
bit of a slow start here today.
the boys
but
weren't talking at all during the first half.
if they
Like,
win this bonus,
I kind of made
Vans,
to make sure that like instead of focusing on the
always
idea
talk
that we're like
about
9-3
teams
down or whatever,
Taking a
we
little
were
bit
down,
more time to warm up.
that like we actually
Maybe one of
focus on
those
stuff we
moments
could
here. Maybe a
focus
little
on
bit
and
too
not just
long.
focus on the
always
intangible
hope.
nature of the game, like
Starts off
being
well with the
9-3
recon dart,
down.
getting information on.
Then I
that
thought the
Killjoy
boys
still
might
playing
actually
towards
start
the C
playing
site,
Valorant
and
properly
BBL
again.
all the way towards spawn still, playing the default.
And so I
trying to see
think
if
that little
Shopify wanna try to
halftime
push
speech
out.
was actually
But
impactful.
knowing that there's a potential
But it's very
setup
easy
or a
to say
stack
that, and when you win the game
towards
and
the
come
C site
back,
by
like
pinging out
it
the
does
KJ,
feel a bit
they're moving in
easy to
towards
say
A where
that.
the stack is
Because there's
actually
probably plenty of
pointing
times that I did
towards
similar
Shopify.
things where like we just lost straight
and
away. you know?
Shopify are just
But I
they
do
are on
genuinely
another
think that
level
there was
right now
some
because
impact.
right prior to
At
this,
least,
Alexis sent a
yeah.
bird down short
It
A.
was
They
a
didn't
nice
hear
moment, I guess.
anything. So the mind games right now, it's clear. We think you know
Yeah,
it's clear. So
that's
we're
the
gonna
issue
actually
is
stack
that
here
because
anyway.
I say stuff like that,
Shopify,
Joker, where like
strong side is A.
Orb is
I'm
up
quite
too.
honest about it
An
not
extra
just
obstacle
being
for the
like
players to stay within
an
the site.
authoritarian regime where like I
Sarah
do
now towards
that.
the back of the boxes. Mel and Fluorescent are closing it now, and it works
People
out.
seem to misread that.
That
sometimes, I
beautiful
guess.
orb allowing now BBL to funnel right into the stack. There's the backstab from Noya. A MasterCard Thrifty and a master
Like I
class
think
of a hold.
you can like if you're really smart in Valorant,
I know.
I think
that
you could
was
always
on
suggest a
purpose.
good
That was
idea and
calculated
make
eco.
them do a good idea.
Shopify are
But
just-
sometimes
they are different, Vans. The layers right now, the
sometimes
preps, they're coming in and
you don't want to force them to do an
Yeah.
idea
They
they're
look
not
so
comfortable with.
clean. This was a big brain
And maybe
move.
they've got an idea that's
A
better.
big brain
So maybe
eco.
they've noticed something
And
better.
they just made it look so easy.
So it's worth it's
I'm
better
just
to have
starting
a
to believe that
discussion.
maybe
I feel.
Effie's told the girls to do it on purpose to lose the pistol so they could practice a Thrifty on
Thumbs
their
up.
end. Exactly.
Thumbs up,
Double
Effies, let's
thumbs up.
go.
Double thumbs up this time around. Now no money for BBL. Shares in hand for two players being Alkio and Wentz.
I've just missed that. They just got eco, haven't they?
Putting a lot of players, a lot of effort towards the C side, potentially to try to take control
Oh
of this
my
orb.
God.
Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to do, and I think they're going to even just try to commit. That pistol round was clean. They did dominate towards the C. They're going to try to highlight Alkia. Sheriff in hand, fault line out.
Nice things coming out though from the Classic. Noya's down to 3 HP, so inching in, or the players of BBL. Wall's about to come down. Flash not affecting Noya, but she does have backup. Even if she falls,
I think if I was Noya there, I would just hide
Bulldog in
backside.
hand, a dash away, 2 players to support.
Just let my
That's
teammates
Sarah
just
in towards the back of the platform as Alkia falls,
me.
and also doesn't allow here for BBL to really edge in.
Protect the Noya strap.
Protect
Protect the president.
Now finally for Shopify Rebellion.
Protect the
Worked out
president
well
of
for the
Denmark.
first kill onto Noya, but they've
So
delayed
aware.
enough to pick off every single last players, and Shopify Rebellion are now up at 11.
This is
Yeah,
it.
every angle,
Make or break
every
for
angle,
BBL.
every avenue that BBL might have
That
is
upper
covered.
bracket run is
Even in that
decided
last
here.
second, Mel fully aware, fully holding that back line and just, again, reinforcing that C defense. But it was a good lick of damage. Alkia was able to find her entry.
Someone
hey,
said, why
if
is
there
it?
was a
Do you mean,
silver
why is
dart
it? Okay.
in line with that,
I think
with the
someone
flash
was asking,
in
like,
trail
why is it better
make
to
sure you
survive
get that one
backside?
ping off. All
I
of
don't
a
know if
sudden,
that's
there's a
what you're
different
asking.
looking
So you got
kind of
backside
round.
here,
So right now,
lobs here.
BBL, they're going through
You
their
had the
game
wall
plan,
coming
making sure
across.
that they
And
do
Noya's
go through all
decision
those
was to
details
jump
to
up here
make these last few
on
rounds
10
count
HP
as much as
rather than
possible
just stand
because,
here.
Shopify, yes sir, that is a Mel
Because here,
masterclass.
she's
I
on 10
am
HP,
your
she just
side.
instantly gets killed.
Can
And
they
not
hear
traded.
me?
She
I
can't
think
be
so.
traded
I
from this
thought we had
position.
Portuguese in the
But
crowd.
if they're coming
Oh,
up
it's a
through here,
masterclass.
she can at least kill
Definitely,
people on the side of the head
really,
or be traded.
It's pretty
So
much do or die at this
it was
point
better
now
for her to just stay back.
BBL. Go for your wall. or
Let her
just fall
teammates
here
do
to
the heavy
lower
lifting.
brackets.
Just
Mel's
sit
been
still.
working out.
She's
Stay
been
alive.
working out for sure.
If you're ever low
And this is the
HP
last
and you have a
timeout
massive
now
advantage,
for
you
this
stay
map
alive. That's the
for BBL. Shopify Rebellion still have
That's
their
the
two.
golden
They
rule, but
have
it's like,
E, they have
obviously there's times where it's
opportunities
good to
use
die,
it.
but it's usually
But with
best just
that,
stay alive.
you're looking at the focus that Alkia had to grab up the orb on that previous round. Having a Vandal this time around here, what's the focus? What's the plan? As all of BBL are starting towards C once again.
Yeah, it looks like they just really want to be decisive, and I don't blame them. That pistol round was clean. Even that eco round prior to this was clean.
Yeah.
So all 5 members,
I think
again,
he's
with
asking
all
why
that
it's you and
perfect
not
utility.
Sneaky.
This is their
I'm
protocol.
confused.
This is the drills. This
Oh,
is the reps that they've been
that's funny.
practicing all year.
So it looks to be potentially just
Like
a
he
full
should be in
execution
prison for
towards the
tax
C side. They have the
evasion.
utility to work with.
What are you
The
guys
Nanoswarm,
talking
the
about?
Shock Dart is a fault line.
I'm not starting any
Sarah
rumors.
is just using that line of sight just behind the wall to get a
Sarah
big
gets
ping.
pinged
Pings towards, but
twice?
somehow still stays alive. A TP towards the back, slings back into a headshot into Alkia. Anchoring the site solo, looking for the fourth.
Boaster was
Six on the
watching
ground and gets
this.
stolen there by Noya.
He's so mad
Nothing
because
you
every
can do. I
time
mean,
he doesn't kill the
at this
recon, he gets
point, when you
pinged
have
and
a great
immediately
execution
killed.
like that, and Sarah can still get 3.
Like, Boaster can't kill
Nothing's really
recons,
working
and
for
then
you at
every
this
time they
point.
Yeah,
ping him
I
there,
mean,
he's just
Shopify,
dead
they
immediately.
have every avenue covered.
Sarah's
We
just
keep
got plot
saying it, but
armor.
even
She's
in
not
this
allowed to
instance,
die.
Mel
Like, what's
was
going on?
talking about, you know, those land moves that she knows about. The fact that you can't hear quite as well when you're on land. The fact that if you buy a Phantom on land and you just spray through any of these smokes, you're gonna get rewarded. So even looking back on map 1, how many spam kills did we see? And once again, coming to Haven with that Viper in tow, it's Spam City.
12-4,
I kind of like Spam.
8 chances.
It's
Oh,
okay.
but right with the
8.
aggression coming out from the sewers for Fluorescent and Shopify, but instantly
It's already
Alkia drops
looking
Sarah
bleak.
towards the seaside. Noya's still there to help out though, but this gives a chance for BBL to at least start working the map a little bit more, thinning down the stacks in a defense.
Guys,
of Shopify
you guys,
Rebellion. Look at
I
Mari
can't
moves
write the
here to
chances
support
down
Noya.
until
Wen's
we see
really
the
good
numbers. Like, I
communication as well for
I
the
can't
BBL side.
pre-fire.
You saw that she was
Like,
pinging
the
that
map.
turret, went towards
Surely
garage, saw
Sugi
that
ain't
there was no
pre-firing.
utility there.
Like, what the...
So great map control in round 17 here for BBL.
Does anyone have a chance to beat SR? G2 still have a
See
chance,
how
and
they
I think
react
SMG
without
still have a
those smokes
chance.
though on this hit.
The map pool,
Walking in for a combo.
I thought it was
Yeah,
good for
that's the
BBL, but it's
reaction.
really not.
Fluorescent's there to support. Already caught Alkia off guard. Easy lineups on 3 and 4, and that's it. I mean, Shopify Rebellion playing ADGQ pretty much as they dethrone the Queens, and they'll face off against G2 in the upper finals.
As clean as ever, and my goodness, I am afraid for who Shopify plays next.
You'll never
because
make it as a streamer if you don't.
This sort of confidence when you're coming through with the next one, if you're able to
That's funny.
have a rounds and your
That's funny.
matches look as clean as this, you're feeling on top of the world.
You're definitely feeling on top of the world. You're looking at the path that you currently have for both of these teams, right? For Shopify Rebellion, they've had a similar story in their region in North America, dominating throughout the whole season, and then just falling pretty short. And then for BBL, they were starting to have a come up, but then you saw the dominance coming back from G2 towards the G2.
They just mop the floor with them. That's good. That's
come
good.
out into this one. They're able to win this one as well, and they have that confidence
That's
to come
good.
through. So you're looking at
I
BBL
If I was a dick, I would even steal that for Twitter. But I'm not, so.
That was going to instill a lot of fear for Shopify if they were to be pushed towards the lower bracket.
Yeah.
But now that they have such a convincing 2-match series in their favor, I mean, sky's the limit.
Absolutely, absolutely. And if you're on the side of BBL as well, you know, I think it's just, it bodes better for them moving
five
forward,
rounds, you're an
the
idiot,
fact
man.
that both of these
Got it
maps
so wrong.
were wipeouts. Hey, if they were very close